disgruntledduck.com.
Welcome guys, thanks for joining me again. It's another review video, another unboxing video. Today we have the Hobbyboss UH-1C Huey helicopter. 1/48 scale kit. It's quite a reasonable kit. I think it came in around £10 or £12 mark. It's a larger scale. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Straight away it says on the side, this is not a toy, so remember that. Alright, let's see what we've got inside. Okay, clear plastic, a load of decals, some instructions. Right, I do like a Hobbyboss kit, to be fair. I think they do some quite nice stuff, to be honest. Right, so two paint schemes, United States Army, and we've got the Marines. Pretty similar. You've got the olive drab base coat. The Army, you've got some teeth on the front, some red, and the Marines, you've got a bit more of a yellow feel, again with that olive drab base. Now the instructions. As you can imagine, it's quite a cheap kit, so there's not too many pieces, but this is exactly what I want for what kind of video I want to make with this. So, okay, let's get the pieces out and see what we have. See how much detail's in there. All right, so the first sprue. I say the first sprue, it's the only sprue actually. Right, how much detail is there? Not an insane amount of detail. If I can bring that a bit closer, if I move that out the other way as well, you might be able to see that a bit better. Main propeller, rear propeller, the skids, the insides. And we've got the flooring, which has a small amount of detail on it. We've got the control panel, again a small amount of detail on it. The seats, right, the rotor blade controller. We've got the rear seats that seem to, I think these are the rear seats, seem to have some seat belts fitted in there. Yeah, that's really simple, isn't it? That should be. I'm hoping the reason I picked this out is I was hoping it's going to be an afternoon build. I didn't want something crazy insane. But there's a decent amount of detail in there, so I like that. Right, clear parts. So it has some quite a lot of windows in there, as we will show you in a second. So yeah, it's quite a lot of glass. We've got the windscreen wipers. You see that are stuck to the glass. So yeah, we're going to have to paint them in situ. It's a nice bit of detailing around the edges there. Some small rivets. They'll need to be painted up. That seems fair. As you can see, there's quite a lot of glass around the front there. So that's all one solid piece from there to there. Then we've got a separate part for these windows. Yeah, and a separate part for these two on the top, it looks like. Well, no, actually, no. Let me stand corrected. The top's in place, that's all one piece, and then these two little bits here are separate. So I don't know how they're going to stick in from inside or outside, but I'm going to find out. I'm only going to view one side of the body as they're pretty much identical. Okay, I'll try and slide this off. Obviously it's quite fragile. There we go. There's a lot of detail on there. You know what, that is not bad at all. If I can bring that a little closer, if that focus in, you can see. But right, yeah, you've got a lot of detail. A lot of this is going to be picked up. Rivets they're quite shallow on there. You know, if you're going to really make a job of this, you could probably go over that and push them in a bit deeper, because I really can barely feel them. So I think once we've got some undercoat and some paint on there, we might lose those. But still, that's not bad looking at all, is it? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's alright. Couple little bits here you might need to recarve when you've glued it in. But yeah, that's alright. Finally, decals. What do we have? Okay, so got large sheets, pretty simple. Small sheets. Now I don't know really what the difference is between these two, or why there is two like this. Got the internal components. You've got the teeth for the army version. You've got marine logos. Let me just have a little quick look here, or maybe here. Yeah, okay, so I think, yeah, I don't know why they've given you two. They could have just given you a slightly bigger sheet or aimed that slightly differently. But yeah, there's the decals for what you've got. It's a nice little kit. For what, £10 to £15? Definitely recommend it. Thanks for joining me for this one. I'm hopefully going to do this as a full build video with something else this week. So yeah, check back for that, and thanks for joining me, and happy modelling.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment.